Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's Thursday morning at about 10 o'clock, a little after 10, um, on August 25th, Thursday, August 25th, 2022. And I wanted to make this video because I discovered something in the Stocks and Commodities Technical Analysis magazine, the last issue. I don't remember the name of the author. He was an MD who trades. And I wanted to share it with you because I find it very interesting myself. So let's get going. Before we do, uh, the disclaimer is simply pointing out that I'm not a professional investment advisor, so I'm not claiming to give anybody professional advice here, investment advice. I do this for my own purposes. I've shared my ideas with my family and close friends for years, and I've made enough money to be comfortably, secure, financially secure by investing, and I just want to share it with others. So now, having done that, having shown you the disclaimer, let's take a look at this phenomenon that I've discovered. Okay, so let's begin. I have a chart here, which is a very simple chart with the S&P 500. It's a weekly chart, and all it has on it is basically the price bars and a 30 front-weighted moving average. Okay, now why a 30 moving average? Well, the article that this guy wrote, this doctor, he used a simple 30-week moving average. I use a front weighted because I think it gives it what it does, it gives more weight to the most recent price action, and I prefer to do that. Not much difference between them, but this one seems to do quite well. So it's a front weighted moving average. And what do we notice? If we look here in this run up here between March of March of 2020 and December of 2021, this long bull market that we had here, okay, after the pandemic, you can see that the 30 weighted moving average served as an excellent support level for price. In fact, when price came down and hit the 30 weighted moving average here, it quickly bounced back. And it did the same thing here. Now, when it started breaking down in January, this is where price dropped distinctly below the 30 weighted moving average. And that was the week of January 21st. All right. And that's about when the 4 EMA also crossed below the 30 on both the daily and the weekly charts. Okay. So you see that now we get a definitive drop below the 30 weighted moving average. There was a false breakout here, and that was quickly followed by another drop. And where are we now? We are now above the 30 weighted moving average. We just have about 3 or 4 bars above it. Okay, 3 or 4 bars above the front weighted moving average. Um, And so the question becomes, is this a good thing to rely on? I mean, does this tell us that prices are going higher from here? Maybe, maybe not. That's to be determined. But it's possible that this front weighted moving average here might serve as support again. And maybe we continue to go up. We have a hammer right now, forming right here today. Okay. So let's go back. Let me show you the chart a little more. Let's go back a little more. Okay? Go back in time. So you could see that it did the same thing here after the 2018, 2019 drop, right? The 30 weighted moving average served as a good level of support. Okay? And you can go all the way back here and see that it tends to serve as support. And if we go back here, all the way back here to the 2012 time frame, you can see that the same thing is true. And when it breaks through, you find a downtrend here, and then it recovers. If you go back here, you find another. This is 2009, 2008, 2009. So this moving average seems to play a key role as a support level. So and that's what I'm looking at, and I find that to be interesting. Now, what I've decided is, okay, George, if the 30 weighted moving average serves as a good level of support resistance for, on the weekly chart for the S&P, and in fact, let's put up the Qs and we'll see how that works out. The NASDAQ, okay? You find the same thing on the NASDAQ, you should, So here's the front-weighted moving average. We didn't go below it here when the S&P did. The NASDAQ stayed above it. NASDAQ stayed above it, right? Closed above it, continued to close above it until January. This was January, December, okay? And then it broke down again, as the rest of the market did, January 14, which was a little bit ahead of the S&P, okay? And so you had this big down, and it served as resistance here. And now we're breaking above the 30 weighted, front weighted moving average on the weekly chart. Is that useful to us? Hey, let me show you something. Let's take a look at individual stocks. You see this list over here? This is a list of stocks that are all trading above the 30 weighted moving average. Okay, let's take a look at a few of them. Let's take a look at some. So this one here, and this is a percentage change today. You can see this live, so it keeps blinking and changing. Okay, they keep pulsing and changing. But let's take a look. NTAP. Now you see it was the 30 weighted moving average served as nice support. It broke down and now it's trading above the 30 weighted moving average. Is that useful? You tell me. ADSK, Autodesk, okay? Similar kind of thing here. 30 weighted moving average served as pretty good support. Then it broke down and now it's trading above it. I could just hit the space bar. And let me just space through a few of these and show you. You see, they're all trading above. All of these will be trading above the 30-day moving average, 30-week trading, the 30-week weighted moving average. This is Williams-Sonoma. This is another stock. It just traded above it and then pulled back. So this is today's bar. Of course, it was up here when the scan was done. Here's another one. I'm not sure. I don't own all of these, of course. Kirby. But you could find some of them that look more interesting. JAKK is a leisure company. They manufacture leisure goods. You can see it's now trading way above the 30 weighted moving average. This one is trading slightly above it. This one I own actually, trading above the 30-day moving average. Nice big bullish bar here today, okay, or this week rather. Nice big bullish bar. And you can see it served as some good support all the way up here. Then it broke down and now it's trending up above it. Let's take a look at a few more. Similar one here. This is CALX is a software company. Look at this, right? Traded all the way above, broke down. Now it's above it. This one is just barely above it. This one would be questionable, AMRC. It's very much more volatile. I would prefer to buy a stock that is not so volatile. But you can see this one is BPOP. I'm not familiar with it. It's a bank, but it's above the 30-day. We don't know if it's. But here's one. Here's a stock I bought recently, yesterday. CF, because it was on my other scan, the combo scan with Jake buy signals. You can see it's making new highs. It was trading above its 30-day moving average, except for this period here, all the way up here, dropped below it, and now it's trading above. Okay, this is a fertilizer company. Okay, agricultural products, manufactures fertilizers, etc. And here's another one. It's just barely above, probably very early. I don't know this company. Another one is a home builder. This one, look at this, SMCI, which is what? computer computer systems, right? But look at this move. Whew. Wow, maybe a little too overboard for my taste right here, but that's an interesting stock to take a look at. It's up. The volume buzz is like 166 compared to volume the same time today. This volume is significant. Okay, that's what volume buzz is telling you. It's 166% above the normal volume for this time of the day. Here's another one, just broke above the 30-week moving average is insurance. Another one is now, which is Palo Alto. We saw that it broke out, right? And you could see it served as support all the way here, the 30, pretty much until it started breaking down, and then it broke down in January, somewhere during the year it broke down. This was about April, okay? Palo Alto broke down, but now it's back up above it. Let me go through a few more. But you see, we have now, here's an interesting thing that I find. Now we have 541 stocks in the US market trading above the 30-week front-weighted moving average. If the 30-week front-weighted moving average is a good support resistance level line to look at, is this telling us anything about the general market? If so many stocks are trading above that level and it's supposed to be a good support resistance level, does that tell us that perhaps we found a bottom on June 17th? Or is it just garbage? You decide. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. Here are a few more. Hess, it's just bounced up above its 30-day. See how it nicely held above here? And then it broke down, and it broke down again, but now it's up above it again. Hess, right? Now, this is a medical research company, right? Medical diagnostics and research, Natera. But now you see, oh, look at this, right? Look at this trend line here, right? And how prices started getting volatile here in 2021, and then at the end of the year, it just collapsed with everything else. Now it's above the 30-day weighted moving, 30-week weighted moving average. Check this out, okay? Take a look. Take a look. Okay? Look at this, right? TXT, right? Aerospace and defense. It was serving as support here all the way, then break down. Now it's trading above it. Now you might say, well, it traded above it here, George, but then it collapsed again. Well, the same thing could happen here again. I'm not that naive. Same thing could happen again. But I'm just putting this out there as a question mostly. Take a look, okay? Put it on your own charts. Here's ON Semiconductor making a new high, okay, and trading above its 30-day moving average. So I'm going to make a note of, just like CF, right? This one is a new high, and I already own CF, so I might take a look at this to buy it, because you see how it serves as support here, and now it's now trading as support again. It's now way above the 30-week front weighted. This one here, Mosaic, is another one that just recently broke above the 30-week, and you see it served as a pretty good support level all the way up until it broke down, okay, and now it's back above. So we saw that on the scan that I sent you today. Mosaic is also one of those stocks that the combo scan filtered out, okay, and provided us with. Here's another, well, let's go through a few more. Here's another stock, okay. I'm not familiar with it. It's Auto Parts. Okay, here's another one. Let's take a look. Now, this one was making some new highs here, and I'm not sure it's a diversified industrial stock, but look at how it supports the price, and then it breaks down, and it's above it again. Okay, so there we go. Another one. They're all above, today at least, right? They're all above their 30-week front-weighted moving average. All right. So that's about it. I mean, I could go through all 500, but I don't think you want to sit here while I do that, right? Go through a few more. Here's OLN. This is a specialty chemical company. I don't know. I just wanted to share this with you because I find it interesting. And I hope perhaps you will too. I don't know. And tell me if you have any ideas. What can we do with this information? Is it a harbinger of things to come? Because so many stocks, as I said before, are above this front-weighted moving average on the weekly chart, does that tell us that perhaps we made a bottom in June and we will continue to, with some volatility, continue to go higher from here? Or will this whole thing just be a joke and it collapses? We'll see. Okay? Anyway, have a good day trading, and we'll talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.